Hello friends, this is INSAT exam support, an initiative from Geetam University, India. So thank you for joining this presentation. All of you have submitted application, I believe before the deadline. The deadline was 30th April. So in case you have submitted after 30th, you will not be considered for Study in India scholarship. But you can be considered for other fee waivers given by the institutes. So that's the difference. So you can still submit application, but you will not be asked to take this exam, INSAT exam, because you have submitted late, that means after 30th April. So this is for your clarification. So do not apply and expect that you'll be called for the exam at this time. So if you have already submitted a complete application, you keep getting messages from Study in India. First one will be at the time of submission, you might have got some reminder saying that application submitted successfully. And now system requirements was also sent to many students, where you saw what are the system requirements for the INDSAT exam. That is the second message. And maybe the third one, you should be getting it around 9th May or maybe 10th. You should get a mail from Study in India with the explanation of how to take the exam on 16th May. So that is nothing but, admit card you can call, but since you're not actually going to any center for taking the test, so this mail is very important for you on how to access INSAT exam from your system. It could be at your house or internet parlor, or it could be an office. It is up to you where you find. You need to have an laptop or a desktop. That's a compulsory because this test can only operate on those platforms at this time. So do not think that you can do it on your phone unless they add that feature maybe by 10th of May, which we are not sure. So as of now, you can take the exam only on desktop or laptop. Also, I suggest you, if you have, even if they give you an option to do it on mobile, which is very unlikely, it is advisable to do it on laptop or desktop, simply because you'll save a lot of time reading the content, because you may get paras of comprehension. So you'll waste a lot of time on mobile if you are trying to read the whole para on the small screen. So it is better to do it on big screen, and especially laptop or a desktop. And the requirements that they have posted is also not very high end. Those requirements are pretty much 5-6 year old requirements. So it's not that you need to have an advanced laptop or a desktop. It doesn't require. Even the internet speed is quite reasonable, very low, and definitely it is not very high. It is only few Mbps, like 4 Mbps I think they have asked, which is pretty low in many countries. But in case you have a problem, use your mobile as a hotspot and get connected with the internet. So that's my suggestion. So start preparing now. This is very, very important, INSAT exam, because the more you prepare for this multiple choice questions type of exam, the better it is for you. You'll get confidence, and you will tend to do better than those people who have not prepared. Because you normally don't study these type of questions in the school. So only if you practice multiple questions, maybe I would say 1,000, 2,000, it doesn't matter. You will tend to do better than other people. You'll get confidence. So my suggestion is start preparing. There is a very little reading available on INSAT exam, or for that matter aptitude test. There's more questions are available online in multiple locations in Google. You can find it. So keep preparing for that. That's my suggestion. One second. And you can first you verify if the system requirement are fulfilled or not. This is already shared with you to your email by Study in India. And then you must look for a laptop or a desktop. So see this requirement is fulfilled or not. And then do as many tests as possible before 16th May. That's what I suggest. Look for email from Study in India. This is SI means Study in India. About the URL, they will share you the URL. It is a National Testing Agency. That's a website. I can also show you, but the actual URL you will be getting with the login, excuse me, login and password. So, and what is the user ID and password you must enter for the test is also in the mail. This will come most likely on after 9th May. So keep looking for this mail. Have a backup plan in case of power failure or a system failure, or even for that matter internet failure. So you must keep option B because the test will not be conducted again because obvious reasons. It is disadvantage for people who have taken the test already. So naturally we feel sorry if you missed it, but definitely the second chance is very, very unlikely. You will not get. So my suggestion is keep a plan B in case of power failure, system failure, or even for that matter internet failure. You must open the URL, this URL of the test at least 30 minutes before the test commencement. For example, if the test is supposed to start at let's say 2 p.m., then you must be there in front of the system by 1:30, and just sort out any technical issues, or if it allows you to open maybe not the test, actual test, but maybe instructions, you can read them ahead of time. So that's why it is very important, get comfortable ahead of time, maybe 30 minutes before the test. The test will commence at the same time all over the world. Though in the schedule, you'll see the schedule, some people are starting at 10 a.m., some 2 p.m., some, different times. That is because of the time zone differences. But actually the test is starting at the same time across the world. So no advantage or disadvantage for somebody starting 10 or 2 because it's the same time. You must answer all the 90 questions. That's very, very important. You have 90 minutes time to complete this. Even if you don't know any answer, my suggestion is just go ahead and guess it, because there is no negative mark. Okay, this is very, very important. There's no negative mark. So the chances are if you guess, maybe you'll get a point. Otherwise, don't leave any questions unanswered. That's my suggestion. Let's go to the next one. Now about this exam, it is internet based because of corona lockdown and all these conditions. What happens is we are not government of India is not doing the test in any center, computer center. Originally that was the planned idea, but unfortunately things have changed subsequently. So candidates have to take the exam from home, very, very important, or from anybody, your neighbor, friend, or an office nearby, your father's working place. It doesn't matter. Wherever you find, grab it, because it's only 90 minutes. Request them. Probably many of them are not doing anything with their system, because of lockdown. So they will give you, spare, allow you to use it for 90 minutes. So make sure that you approach people, ask them, request them, and beg them, but see that you have an access to the test. That's very, very important. That means you need to have a system. The test is conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency, based in India. And these people have a very, very vast experience. I'm not sure how many of you know TCS. TCS is a company, number one IT company. they support the software for this. So I'm 100% you can guarantee that there'll be no software related problems in this particular platform, 100%. So whatever the problems that you are getting, it is related to your system, your operating system or hardware system, nothing to do with the NTA. Please understand that, because they have vast experience in conducting online tests in India. I'm talking about, every year they conduct major tests which are taken by millions and millions. I'm talking about 1 to 2 millions every year they take these tests. So it is bigger than some countries' population. So you can expect NTA is a very very big agency, and don't expect that somebody tells you I'm going to give you a test paper, give me money, all those things. Don't believe that, because there is no way you'll get the questions ahead of time. There is no way. NTA is a very very good organization. They maintain many protocols in keeping the confidentiality and all. So you are not going to get any paper or questions or help from anybody. The only help you can do yourself is you study, prepare, and have confidence about your abilities. That is the only thing. Merit ranking will be given to all the qualified students. What do you mean by qualified students? This is a 90 marks exam. So anybody who gets 30% of 90 marks, that is 27 marks out of 90. That means 27 correct answers out of 90 answers. Okay, questions. Okay, if you can get this many, you are a qualified student. It doesn't mean that you'll get admission with scholarship. It only says that you are qualified to get merit rank. That's all. The merit rank will be given. Let's say, as for the current information, about 20,000 people have applied for close to 2,000 scholarships, and out of this, many people might not have complete the test for various reasons. So let's say about 10 to 15,000 actually take the exam. In that case, only let's say 8,000 people will have 27 or more marks in the exam. Then those 10,000 or 15,000 will get the merit rank. Okay, once you get this, since the scholarships are only 2,000, the first 2,000 in the merit rank will get the opportunity to get selected for the admission. Now those students will get a time of 15 days to confirm the scholarship seat on SII portal. Okay, so you will get a message on your account, SII account, that congratulations, you got scholarship, and you have 15 days time to accept or reject. So once you get this message, if you do not accept or reject before 15 days, then the seat will be offered to the next eligible student in the order of merit. For example, the first 2,000 got the message. Now out of that, only 1,000 people accepted, another 1,000 people did not do anything, for example, or maybe rejected. Then the next 1,000 people will get the opportunity. That means they'll get a message now on the Study in India account that you have. Now once it is done, let's say you confirmed saying that yeah, I want the scholarship. Then immediately, you are not doing it any email or WhatsApp or anything. Just do it from your account, Study in India account. Just log in there with your email and user ID and password. Of course, you created your own password. Just get in there, you will see this message, and then EdCell will allocate the college to the student. Which college will be allocated? Obviously, the first choice. Whichever you have chosen in your selection during the application process, the first college will be allocated. For example, the first college now thinks that you don't have eligibility. For example, you chose one college XYZ, and now engineering is your preferred branch to study, and according to that college, they want mathematics, physics, chemistry with let's say 60% marks, and unfortunately you got only 58. Though you are selected in INSAT, the college will not give you admission because you only have 58 marks, or for that matter, for example, they require mathematics, physics, chemistry, but you have not taken mathematics. You have taken it maybe earlier, not in the grade 12 or A level. So in that case, your application is rejected, and then the college will inform, telling them the candidate doesn't have the eligibility. Then in that case, what will happen? So obviously you will be called for second counseling. If you have chosen the second choice, for example, another course, not engineering, some other course, they might able to give you that. Or in some cases, the first college also will ask you, would you like to change your course because you are not eligible for the course that you have taken? Then if you say yes, they will give you another program in the same institute. That is also possible. So all these are too early now for you to think all this, but for your, just for your information, I'm sharing these details. Okay, now 16th May, please understand, there's no other date. If you are forgetting, then you can forget this year's scholarship. Okay, there's no second chance, there is no third chance. This is the only day on the scheduled time you have to take the exam. This is an online exam. You can take it from your home, and the details will be sent 1 week before. Okay, please look for that. So this is the time. Actually, all these times are on a 24-hour scale. So if you say 14 hours means it is 2 p.m. All right. So some are 10:30 p.m. It doesn't mean that the time exam is happening at different times. All these are happening at the same time across the world. The difference that you are seeing is because of the time zone. That's all. Okay. So all of you will be having the test at the same time. These are the countries. If you have nationality with these countries, then you will be taking the exam at this time. And now, for example, your country is not here. That means you will be still considered for Study in India program based on your previous academic marks. Okay, not based on INSAT, because you don't have to take the INSAT because your country is not listed here. All right. So that's the message. So the hardware requirements is mentioned here, software here. As I said, laptop, desktop are only to be used with web camera. Though it says here recommended, we have gotten the confirmation that it is not recommended, but it is a must. Okay, so you must have web camera. That's what Study in India says. Cannot be done on mobile at this time. However, attempts are being made to make it work. We are not sure, but as of now, this is the only option. All right. This hardware requirements. This is a Pentium processor, i3. i3 is a pretty, not a new one. It's a old. There are many versions in i3 also. So again, this is not a very high-end processor kind of thing, which has been there for already some years. 4 GB RAM is also pretty low. It is nowadays, most of the laptops you get 8, 60, 16 GB. So 4 GB is also not very high end. 2 Mbps is again very low. It's not nowadays, even on a mobile you are getting 4, 5 to up to 15 to 20 Mbps you are getting bandwidth speed. So again 2 Mbps is not very high. So whatever they have suggested here is low end. So in case you have higher than this, it is better. Obviously you will save time in moving pages, and faster processor means you will have more comfort in completing the exam on time. Software requirements, Windows 7 is again pretty old. After that many versions have come, 12, so many other, preferably 10 they are saying. So something like this is very much available in the market. If you don't have this, look for this Linux. Linux is an open source operating system. Then you need to have this, which is free, available. You can download and keep it ready in case you don't have Windows. But if you have it, please keep it. Something like Windows 10 is recommended. Again, the browser, no nonsense browser is obviously Google Chrome. So use that to save some time. Unnecessary things will be coming otherwise. So use Google Chrome and keep the what do you call zoom level means like 100. You can change any level, but keep it 100 so that the test will be functioning normally. Otherwise you'll not be able to move from one page to another page. So all these things are very common sense, but sometimes if you are not used to systems, you will find this very difficult. So my request to you is ask your friends ahead of time, get it sorted out before you actually start the exam. Time to get ready now. Online exam is different from pen and paper. Many people think that what is there, I have attempted so many exams in the school, this is also similar to that. You are absolutely wrong. Online exam will create more panic. The reason is there will be a timer somewhere in the screen. It will keep on showing you time left. Not only that, you tend to get tensed up, and if you click something other than the buttons you are supposed to click, then sometimes it goes to a page and then you get an error, and then all kinds of things will happen. So my suggestion is get used to online exams as many as possible before 16th May. There's nothing wrong in doing hundreds and hundreds and thousands. There's nothing wrong. So do that to get comfort. So and don't click a button which you are not sure. Okay, unless it is very very important you read the instructions. Very very important. Many people, I think the problem is they don't read the instructions. They go ahead and click start, and then after that they realize that they don't know how to go to the next page or how to save the question answer. They don't know. So those kind of things will happen. So it's very very important you read the instructions, because each test is different. So read the instruction, very very important. If you have not done it earlier, chances are you will fail in the INSAT exam, though you know all the answers. I know many people, they try one question, they don't save, or they don't know how to move to the next one, and instead they'll say finish the test, and that means you'll get out of the test without even going to the second question. So that will happen. We have seen that happens many times because people are not used to this online exam. The secret is to do, as I said, online test many before the real one on 16th May. Aptitudes tests are different from what you have studied in the school. Understand that there are three sections in this particular exam. One is language, the other one is quant or mathematics related. The third one is reasoning. Okay, these are the three sections. Maybe you might have come across some sections of language and mathematics, but reasoning probably you would not have it as part of your syllabus in the school. And even the tests, so-called mathematics and those ones, you might have studied very early in your childhood, arithmetic and all, you might have forgotten. So it's very very important you brush all those simple things. You think it's simple, but now it is a panic, because each question you don't have more than a minute to answer, because 90 minutes 90 question means you get panic. After one question takes, for example, 2 minutes, that means you are running short of time for the other question. So it's very very important which one to answer faster, maybe less than a minute, which one to spare more time. And sometimes if the question is taking too much time, just come back later. Don't try to answer at the same time. Instead, you can come back to that later, because easier questions might be there in the next page. So this is very very important. Don't unnecessarily spend too much time on one single question. The secret is solving as many questions as possible the focus on the topics is very, very important, because I don't want you to do all aptitude tests in the whole world, because there are tons of tests, topics are available in the aptitude. So only do the topics of the exam. It is already shared. I will share again in the WhatsApp group. So those topics only you focus. Don't do other topics. It is a waste of time, because we don't have time. What Geetam will do, Geetam University, and we are committed to provide you support, because we want you to do well and get the scholarship. So we will try and do as much support we'll provide you in this next 13 days or so, because you guys have chosen Geetam as your first choice. So we thank you for that, and we want you to succeed in this exam, provided you plan from now onwards. There are going to be a lot of practice tests. We'll share study material, some mock tests also we will plan, all these things within the next 12 to 13 days. This will certainly improve your confidence. That's our hope. Since it is not possible to chat with each one of you, we have created a WhatsApp group. So please do not post anything on the WhatsApp group. Only admin can do it. Nobody else can do it. If you want to talk to us, please directly send a message to admin. We will come back to you within a couple of hours. I can tell you, I keep on seeing the messages all the time. Sometimes I get too many, so I may take little time to answer it, but definitely within a couple of hours you will get a message from us. Don't say hi, how are you, all these things, because it's not required. We know that you're all students, and we spoke to you earlier. We are all friends. So let's not do too many formalities. Good morning, good evening, hi, how are you, thank you, all these things, because that will flood my WhatsApp group also, and WhatsApp messages will unnecessarily go up. Instead, directly post your query, and we will come back to that as soon as possible. You can contact us privately, as I said, any time you can do that. Do not post the same questions again and again. It is unanswered. It is waste of time. All communication must be in English. Okay, this is very, very important. So this is the how we are going to go, and we thank you for sparing the time, and we will continue to provide you more support in the coming days. Thank you.